Hi, my name is NWeke, also known as the Curator of Cool. Through my journey to understand menswear, I've learned that it's more than just suits. Therefore, I decided to sit down with people whose style that I admire, talk to them, and also break bread to understand their style and how I can understand more of my style. So you're now watching Curate. Hey guys, so for our guest today, we have the talented singer and actor Porscha Shaw. So thank you, Porscha, for joining me.
You're welcome.
Normally, this show is basically comprised of people who have dope styles. And so the reason I obviously invited you and wanted you to be on the show is because you have a style that's unique and unlike anybody else's in Seattle. And I just wanted to talk shop and, see if I could pick up any gems and whatnot.
Okay.
You're a Houston native.
I am a Houston native.
What is it like in Houston?
It's bomb. It's a lot of food, a lot of black people, a lot of shopping, lots of different cultures. Yeah, it's the South. There's lots of respectability. It's hot. There's warm water, big hamburgers, all that kind of stuff. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, most times when you think about hip hop culture like that, I tend to think back to baggy clothes, a lot more trill slang, and music that was chopped and screwed. So how has that evolved today?
I think it's pretty much still the same. Also a big thing in Houston is like bass lines. Bass lines chopped and screwed, lots of twerk music, lots of rhythm. I don't think it's evolved so much as now they're exposing different parts of it versus I feel like later or previously it was like R&B and hip hop and now it's like trap. So.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So, again, you're an actor. Where did you go to school?
I went to my undergrad in New Mexico, which is literally in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
And then I went to my graduate school here in Seattle. I went to UW.
Okay, I went to UW.
Go Dogs!
I went to Gonzaga. So
it's okay. It's okay.
It's
okay. You rep your school.
That's fine. You rep your school. So you graduated, and I guess for most people like understand the track of different jobs. So it's like you go to, if you're a doctor, you do the pre-med route. If you're a lawyer, you'll do the whole 2 years, and then you're a lawyer. How is it as an actor once you finish school?
I can only speak about my experience,
right,
which is very different from other people's experience. When you finish school, you just start auditioning for things. Usually you start by auditioning for an agent.
Okay.
So go to New York, LA, try to get an agent there. Some people move, some people don't. I did not move. Most of my class is gone though. Yeah, and then you just audition for stuff and send in tapes and then hope somebody likes your face and your look and your skills and hope they cast you and keep getting cast. Okay.
For y'all that don't know, she's actually like real famous in these theater streets. Like if y'all go to these events, say her name, you get instant friendship. I'm telling you the honest truth. Anyway, you've done a couple plays that I've seen. Compared to how Houston's culture is, since you've been here for what, about 4 years, how is the Seattle climate?
I mean, it's completely different here. It's super techy here. The food is not Southern, There's actually, we have to like search for it everywhere here.
And season it.
And season it after we get it. And there are way more black people in Houston. And also like a huger Latin community in Houston.
Latin community, yeah, that's true.
Huger, huger is not a word, but bigger.
More huge, bigger.
More
vast, yeah.
Culture. And people are loud where I come from. And people are very quiet here in comparison. Like people will drive down the street blaring their music, bumping their speakers, till their car's shaking in Houston. And here, when I have my windows down and my music playing, people will be like,
What is she going?
Oh my God, what is she listening to? Oh my God, oh my God. So, but also Seattle's beautiful.
Looking at what you're wearing right now, your style's unique. I wouldn't see most people wearing, like most women wearing what you're wearing. How has your upbringing kind of played a role in your style?
Well, I think growing up really heavily religious. Family's very Baptist. I usually tend to keep my boobs covered. That's usually like a thing that I always try to do.
Okay.
And I feel super scandalous when I do have my boobs out. I usually wear pants, which is actually not traditional, growing up really religious. But I do keep the formal aspects of church, I feel like, in my closet. Like everything that I wear jacket-wise is really tailored, structured. If I wear like an oversized shirt, it will be tailored and structured. Most of the dresses that I like to wear are tailored and structured. And then there's me, which is, I'm definitely bohemian. And so I like crazy prints. And crazy prints is also like a Texas thing, I think. Like big prints, big bright colors. Like you're taught to take up the space in a room in Texas. Big hair, always big hair. You never want to have small hair in Texas, ever.
Gotcha.
And heels. You almost always, everyone in Houston, every like baddie is wearing heels, okay? So
heels, big hair, bold colors, to take up a room.
And prints. Yes.
So since you've been here for like 4 years, you've kind of been able to see what people wear in Seattle. Before we dive into that, you mentioned bohemian, right? Walk me, like, y'all don't know what bohemian is, and if y'all do, I'ma act dumb so the rest of y'all can notice. What is bohemian? Just so that the people know.
Bohemian is usually a type of rebel, like they usually create their own version of something.
Okay.
Or they'll reorchestrate how something was orchestrated before. Like, for instance, I wear a lot of monochromatic stuff, which is not typical. People don't usually like to wear things that are the same color, but I do.
Because you're a rebel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I kind of rebel against how it's supposed to be worn or what they think they would normally pair it with.
Okay. Who are some of your, I guess, style icons?
Someone who dresses very well, NWeke. She is a lot of things, but she be dressed, honey. Her stylist dresses her. Another woman that I love, her name is Aisha Tyria.
And NWeke is for people that don't watch the show.
She's from Housewives of Atlanta.
There you go. Housewives of Atlanta.
Check her fit all day. Check her fit.
I can't right now.
Aisha Tyria is one of the Instagram women that I follow, and she's bomb. I love her.
Okay.
Kalana Barfield. Oh my God, I love her style so much. Hey girl, if you watch it, I love her so much. Rihanna and me definitely. We do a little thing on the same track, a little bit.
I can see mannerisms.
Yes. I also like to be androgynous sometimes, or like wear androgynous pieces and then make it feminine.
You make it your own, basically. So it kind of sounds like you have different people that you follow, and icons doesn't have to be somebody famous. It's just somebody to you, you know, sets a standard where you're like, you know, I'm with this. Whatever. Asha, my friend Asha. And Nino and Katrina. There you go. Are there any more shout outs?
They're so fine.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. One thing I kind of notice is that with women, there's a lot more advantages that you have in terms of dressing. Like, for example, if we were to wear the same outfit, you could wear it at least 4 times different than I could. Like, if you had the same exact fit, like let's take the shirt, you could have a crop fit.
I could wear that as a dress, actually.
Basically, you could have it as a dress. I can't, you know, thick thighs matter.
I mean, you could.
Thick thighs matter. No. It wouldn't get
not
that
for your
far.
taste. Not for your taste.
No, it's not for the people's taste. I wouldn't be able to get that far. There are too many catcalls.
That's very true.
But let's say you want to turn this shirt into, like, you want to crop it, or even the shirt that you have on, that's another look. You know, there's a lot of fits that you guys can create within the fit that us guys can't, just because maybe our bodies or maybe our mentalities of just being too masculine and not trying to dip into different, you know, realms of energy, whether it's being masculine, being feminine,
or fluid.
Yeah. How is it that you're able to take one look and just create many looks, whether it's changing a pattern, changing the fit? How are you able to do that? Or how did you learn how to do that or be more effective with that over time?
I don't know. I think I am an only child and I'm creative by nature, and I just get bored. Like, I get bored with how something looks. I get bored wearing my hair the same color. And then I'm like, I don't want it to look like that no more. And then I change it. And a lot of the times, a lot of my friends, except for I think Katrina dresses kind of similar to me, and like sporty, edgy kind of. But Asha and Nino and Morgan, other people, they dress differently than me. Like, I would just never wear the thing that they would wear, and then I'm like, oh, and then they give me ideas to how I would wear it.
Okay.
I also like to mix really gaudy things with really simple things. I like to pick a highlight of an outfit, like what are we focusing on in the outfit, and then kind of like move around that. Like, if I know I have some crazy shoes, I'm gonna wear a bodycon black dress and some big earrings and some crazy shoes.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if that actually answers your question, but that's what I got.
So my next thing is, when you get ready throughout your day, I'm assuming that you're a very busy person. Are you the type to just wake up in the morning and you already know what you're gonna wear? Do you tend to change throughout the day, or is it that you have, do you have certain pieces for certain occasions that you put all together and say, this is what I'm gonna wear for the day?
I wish I was that structured.
Yeah.
I usually literally wake up in the morning and go through my closet and pick two things that are clean. And I go, how would this look? I imagine it in my head, and then I go, great, that's gonna be great, because I already know how they all fit on me and lay on me. Yeah. So I can easily match two silhouettes and then big earrings. That's where I usually do. Cool. If I'm going to a specific occasion, I might buy a specific thing. Might be like, oh, I'm trying to go for this look. But usually it just kind of like comes upon me. Like, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it or mulling over it.
So you and your friends, you guys going to Seattle, see the nightlife, or just you've been able to get a feel for the city. How would you kind of describe the way people dress in Seattle?
I would go mostly casual.
Okay.
It's mostly casual. It's mostly, some people do like a cute grunge thing. Some people do like cute hike looks.
There's a cute hike look.
I mean, you know, like the girl, like if I were saying like cute hiker girl at a bookstore, like what you would think, like jeans, maybe a crop sweater, maybe like a nose piercing and like top knot, like maybe a couple tattoos on the wrist, you know, like
with some hiker boots.
Right, with some boots on, type. Or they go like the extreme spectrum and like it's just really bad fashion. Like they spend a lot of money on all the things that they have and they just don't go together. And they're like, oh, but it's Fendi and it's Louis, and I'm like, girl, and you look ratchet. But that's usually what I feel like people have, like super casual, because casual gets away with at formal events here.
All the time.
All the time. Super casual. Yeah. People wear jeans, like multiple people wear jeans. So yeah, that's what I get from Seattle.
You mentioned a good thing, accessories. How pivotal can accessories be to the look? Extremely.
So it can like, and if you consider shoes accessories, extremely.
But like accessories, earrings, necklaces, rings,
jewelry.
Watches,
Bags, purses, scarves, hats, gloves.
Those are the fanny packs. Yeah, shoes are just shoes, but shoes do help.
Yes.
But how important is that to, I guess, towards, because I feel like with women, with fits that you women wear, it can go from like A to B. And I feel like with guys, it doesn't necessarily hit across the spectrum like that, because it has to, I feel like for most guys, we have to accept that you're okay with wearing jewelry, I guess man to man. And then whether it looks right on you, because like I didn't start wearing jewelry until I got here, and it's not like overly luxurious, it just fits my aesthetic, but now that people see it, they're like, okay, it's cool.
Extremely pivotal.
Okay.
Very, very pivotal to an outfit. Yeah, extremely. I mean, completely change an outfit with the belt, the earrings, lipstick, hat, purse.
Okay. What else do you have going on in your life besides being an actor in Seattle?
Singing.
Okay.
And then I also work in a suit store.
Okay. Yeah. So like singing, is there an album? Is there a mixtape?
But there's not an album. There's not a mixtape.
There's no EP.
I am currently working on an EP. I am.
Oh.
And
do we have a title? Do we know how many songs are coming?
We do not have a title. I am shooting for 4 songs.
4 songs.
4 is my lucky number, so that is what I'm shooting for.
Okay.
I have a friend who just moved here. Well, he just moved to Portland, who I used to work with in Santa Fe, who knows my voice very well. Who was like, "Hey, you want to come record some stuff for free?" And I was like, "Yeah." So yeah, that, and then I just wrote a song for a play, and a production video. So I mean, it's instrumental, it's just vocals, but yeah.
And then you also work at Indochino.
I do also work at Indochino.
How is Indochino for most people that don't know? Because when people think of Indochino, they only think of men's suits. It's fly, by the way. Go get you one. But talk to me about how, being a woman working there, and I would assume that you probably have enough gear from there that's also another big part of your wardrobe.
Indochino does also fit women, and actually when I first started, it was all women except for one guy.
Interesting.
And now it's completely opposite. There are more guys who work there now. So we only had female fits in our showroom. Every woman has their own fit. I don't like suits personally. I mostly wear them for the pants.
Gotcha.
And I do have quite a few pairs of pants, which help with auditions, so I can wear some nice fitted pants for my auditions. But I usually don't wear them outside of that, outside of professional settings. And yeah, actually for women, I highly suggest going to Indochino for your pants, because it's very hard to find pants with pockets and cinchers for women who have hips, and just in general, it's just hard for women to find pants that
with pockets.
And that are practical, that fit your body.
I think now we're just gonna go ahead and put you in some fits, see how you like it, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I'm excited.
Cool. So I have a couple fits for you right here. I curated these. It's the first time that I am styling a woman on the show. So with that, I tried to pay a lot of attention to detail and just do different things. Looking at your style and knowing you, I tried to do something different from what you have overall in your closet, but not change your style overall. So this first look that I went for, I started off with some Ivy Parker sweats. Hey Beyonce, if you're watching, they look great. And I decided to pair that with some Adidas, with an Adidas hoodie, just because, again, she's part of the brand, and to keep the brand strong, I just wanted to know that I support her in all her endeavors, and I think that they look great. So go ahead and take a look at those. What do you think about the sweatshirt?
I like that it's white, and I like the little black additions on it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love jogger sweatpants.
Gotcha. Okay. So then the last thing I did with that, I complemented those two pieces just with, you could say it serves two purposes. Most people would say this is a double-breasted coat, but if there's a 6'5" girl out there, she would say this is a double-breasted blazer or dress. This whole fit gives me cozy vibes just because the jacket is super big. You can roll the sleeves up, you can button it any way you want, and since you're wearing a hoodie, you're gonna, be quite warm. And it's kind of one of those things where you don't want to be too dressed going out the house. Maybe it's like brunch in the afternoon and it's not that sunny, which in Seattle happens a lot. And then, like we were talking before, throw a little heel action in there. You know what I'm saying? We said not a lot of women do that in Seattle. But again, everything for me, I thought cozy vibes overall. This next fit is a jumpsuit. Love the rose gold color. My first thought was Foxy Cleopatra, but also Pam Grier, just because you got the hair. You can go ahead and take a look at it. And normally with most jumpsuits, I know women, just from what I've seen online and interacting with different women, they tend to wear heels. But what I wanted to do differently is introduce these Jordans, the ones. For women, they did a different concept. Me, I honestly would have just done all white, like those silhouettes, but they gave a little rose tone here at the foot, which is kind of different, but at the same time, it just adds a different blend and a different style to it. And so again, you may be feeling the fit and then you're like, your toes hurt from the night before, you don't want to wear heels again, so you just want to, wear this to Starbucks and just chill with your homegirls. This next fit, this is another red jumpsuit. You go ahead and take a look at that, by Armoire. The reason I like that is because it's red, it's bold. And another thing about it that it brought me to was the Maybelline CoverGirl commercials. Just something that, again, you talked about, wear something that makes you stand out and makes you look big in the room, and I thought that was a perfect example of that. And to keep that tradition going, I would definitely put these black heels with it, just because it looks great. Sometimes you gotta be classy or just wanna chill, and like you said, you're used to wearing heels all the time, so for you this may be normal, when to most women they may just wear flats, or they can mix it up however they feel, just depending on what their aesthetic is like. So that's why I thought of that one. Go ahead and hang that up. This one, these two pieces are probably just one of my favorites, just because I like how simple they are, yet they're so vibrant. Starting off with these pants. These yellow floral pants I think are amazing. We talked about this rose gold texture and how, putting it against your skin helps with your undertone, brings out those gold undertones, but I think just having those yellows, having those purples and those whites mixed together on dark skin, it just makes it look even more beautiful. And then mixing it with adding it or pairing it with a beige, or you could say cream top, I think that's just something simple. And then that last, I'd probably pair that with, again, just a modest heel. For any other women thinking about pairing that, you can pair it with some flats or some wedges. Just depends on what aesthetic you're going for. But again, I thought that these were just really good just because they look stable, they're solid. Look, if you're into high fashion, you could do some red bottoms if that's in your budget. But honestly, just whatever you feel comfortable in terms of heels. So the next thing, we're just gonna go ahead, have you try them on and see how they fit.
Great.
Thank you, Porscha, for being a guest for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode on her. We had a great time. We had a lot of great laughs, and I learned a lot about her as well as her fashion. She grew up as an only child. She grew up in the church, so there were a lot of those small things she talked about that I didn't understand and wasn't privy to, but then her comparing that to her fashion, a lot of those things make sense. So for me, it tells me that your environment can shape also your identity, which you know, but your fashion sense as well. Since she's from Houston, she has big hair, and she loves being bold. With the outfit that she wore on and the many fits that we put her in, they were bold patterns, bold colors, bold prints. And she was taught, honestly, to have enough boldness to fill up an entire room, which I thought is very pivotal. So if there's anything else you guys learned on here, I hope that you're able to take away a lot of things. Please follow her on Instagram. Again, she has a dope style, but also she's a great actress. And ladies, I would love your input. Go ahead and tell me what fits you like, even if you didn't like them, or what shoes you would have paired with what. Go ahead and put it in the comment section below. And if you guys thoroughly enjoyed this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the bottom. Go ahead and share this with all your friends. And I thank you guys for tuning in and continuing to tune in. I told you ladies I would have something special for you guys, and we will continue to have more stuff for you. So, again, please tune in to the latest episode, and I'll see you guys next time.